I'm a one-woman show. I have to film my stuff, then cut it up. Right now, these are my seasonings that I am going to use. I am going to try for the first time. I am going to smoke smothered potatoes and onions. I've already cut up my potatoes, as you can see. You can cut the chunks as big as you like. I like them kind of thick. So mines are kind of thick, and I like to peel in on mines because it's healthy for you also. And this is a few seasonings that I'll be using. I'll come back once I season it and let you see everything I put in it. Stay tuned. Step 1, I've chopped up my onions coarsely, not fine. You leave them kind of chunky because the more chunkier you keep them, the more flavor it puts throughout your potatoes. My second step, I will cut up the bell peppers because that's going to go in there also. I'm using a red bell pepper. You can use what you like. But for me, bell pepper has different types of flavor, and the red one is a little sweeter than the green. I'll be right back with you just to show you exactly every step. And then you can leave a comment and let me know how yours came out. So these are my 3 smoke chips that I'm using to smoke my meatloaf and my smothered potatoes and onions. The meatloaf is coming. Right now, I'm just doing smoked potatoes, which are smothered potatoes and onions, that are usually cooked on top of the stove. But today, we're doing something a little different. Step 2, I have put in bell peppers, which are the red ones, as you can see. My third step, I'm going to cut up this garlic. Yes, it is pretty large. That's because they're called elephant garlic. You get more out of one clove than you would. I'm just trying to piece up all those small ones. So I'm going to cut him up, and that's going to be my third step. Then where the fun part starts. Seasoning. No, most people wouldn't use this much seasoning because they don't know about it. I got some magic swamp dust. My favorite. I have the garlic blend. I got my Cajun seasoning. I got some lemon pepper with garlic and herbs in there. Old Bay. Most people say you use it for seafood. You can use Old Bay for anything. It flavors everything. And coarse pepper. Because coarse pepper to me always has more flavor than the regular one. Then I got these beautiful minced onions. Oh, let me get you. And some thyme. All that is going to go in these potatoes. And man, the flavor is phenomenal. All right, look at that garlic. That's what that elephant garlic gives you. Now that's going to be some popping flavor. Popping, popping, popping. Now, it's time for all these seasonings. Now, when you start putting seasonings, you have to put what you like. You have to put as much as you like. I try not to use salt because, some of these may have a hint of salt in them. So you don't want your food to be salty. You want it to be flavorful. You also, when you start using spicy stuff like this, you want to be a little careful because everybody don't like spicy food. So let's get started. As you see, I have seasoned my potatoes. And now I'm going to go through and I'm just going to make sure the seasoning is on everything. For it to stick, you need to use either olive oil. I like to use melted butter. Olive oil is good too, but I didn't have any. So I used a melted, herb butter that you can make yourself because you just get you some butter and throw some herbs in there and put it in your potatoes. So right now, like I said, I'm a one-woman show. I have to stir it in, so I'll let you see once I get it stirred in. Alrighty. Now there's those potatoes with all my little herbs and seasonings and peppers and bell peppers and onions. all mixed together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a pan for it because once again, these are going in the smoker. I'll get a little closer so you can see. Everything is mixed in. That's what you want. Everything over every potato that you own. I'll shake them up again and stir them before I put it in because I want to make sure. And once again, I used all these seasonings for that. And it's going to be delicious. Okay. Here's my pans that I created, which is foil. You know, foil holds heat. Foil holds steam. So, and that's exactly what I want this foil to do. These are going to be my pans that I cook in for my smothered potatoes and onions. Stay tuned. Got them all folded up. And this is how they look. They're going to go in the oven. Well, not the oven. Well, it's like an oven because a smoker is nothing but an oven. Anyway, just do what you want to do inside that oven. Except we gonna smoke it with the chips. And we gonna be good. Okay, I'm preparing the water. I'm gonna put in my apple cider vinegar. It's gonna go in my water. That's what keeps everything moist. Also good for flavor. Then I'm gonna put a little lemon juice in there. And it's going in the smoker. Okay, got everything in there. Lemon juice, vinegar, apple cider, warm water. I start my water out warm because I want it to be already a little warm. So when I heat up the smoker, it doesn't have to take long to boil and start steam and everything. So let me put this in there. I'm going to come back with the pot that I'm going to put all my chips in because I have a mixture of chips, you know. So I'll come back and show you. Bye-bye. Alrighty. There's my chips. It's my little ugly pan. But I swear this cast iron be cooking. So I put in here my cherry chips, my whiskey smoked Jack Daniel chips, and my apple. I also put a little water in there too, you know, to start it off. You know, keep the, you know, get that little steam rolling. So now I'm gonna start my smoker. Okay, started my little smoker. As you can see, you can hear it popping. My little wood down there on my little rails. And I'm going to stick my potatoes in there. They're probably going to cook for maybe about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I'll let you know. Alrighty. I have set my potatoes in there. As you can see, it's sizzling. And now we're going to close the door because that's how you hold your heat in. And I'm going to probably cook it on maybe 275. You know, maybe 300 to start it off, getting it hot. You know, and turn it down from there. Right now, and I just shut the door, so as you can see, the temperature will start, you know, moving because now it starts gaining its heat. And once I get it to the temperature that I want, because mine runs on propane, once I get it to the heat that I want, I'll adjust accordingly. And I'll be back to show you guys exactly what it does. You see, I cleared it up for you. So you can see my little needle moving. I needed to get to at least 275, even maybe 300 for a little while. And once it gets there, we good to go. It's raising. It's at 100 right now, and as you can see. And I'll come back. See, it's raising. I'm going to start a new YouTube. It's not new, but I'm going to start using it more. It's called Mo Better. You can find me on YouTube. I'll also share this video on Facebook with a link where you can find my YouTube. And if you want to look at my page of Mo Better Finger Foods on Wheels, I'm on Facebook. Come find me.